Going up here. Hopefully they speak louder today
I know.
so I can hear them.
I know.
Ah, then my hearing aid, the battery is no good. I
And sometimes
tried
it's
them
like
and
echoey.
they went dead. Ah. Whatever time. Yeah, whatever at the end, whatever you do. A good time.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm gonna do after a roll call. One second, Chairperson. We'll be ready to go.
Wonderful. Okay.
All right, good evening. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order at 5:32. If we can please, sorry, reading this correctly. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I please have staff help us with roll call?
Chairperson Santana,
Here.
Vice Chairperson Lopez is absent. Commissioner Jurado,
I can't hear you.
Commissioner Jurado, if you could just say here.
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner Cabrera Moriyama, here. And then Commissioner Carlin.
Here.
Okay, good evening. I would like to first start our meeting off. Thank you for a roll call. To introduce new commissioner. If you can please introduce yourself to our
Absolutely.
community. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Santana. Good evening. My name is Richard Carlin. I'm a longtime resident, born and raised here in Montebello. And I had the opportunity to actually work for the Parks Department back in 88, 89, 90, 91, and 92. I'm a firefighter for the City of Los Angeles, and prior to that, I was a police officer with the City of Los Angeles, LAPD. And I'm just really excited to have the opportunity to work alongside you. I'm really excited about our work. I think the Parks Department is one area of the city that really benefits the resident. I'm a first responder, so we go after there's an accident or an incident, but now we have an opportunity to positively affect the community and just bring joy. And times are tough right now with the inflation being what it is, and if we can just offer them good programming, good resources, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm looking forward to working with everyone here. Additionally, I want to thank Scarlett Peralta for giving me the opportunity and trusting me to be her commissioner. And I'm just looking forward to meeting and working with everyone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we will move to public comments. Or I'm sorry, before that, we will see if there's any corrections to the agenda.
There are no corrections, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. Next, we're going to move to public comment. We want to have staff go ahead and read that.
Thank you, Chairperson. At this time, the general public may address the commission on any items listed on the agenda, including items not listed on the agenda, such as non-agenda items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of this body. Please be aware that the maximum time allotted for members of the public to speak shall not exceed 3 minutes per person, and state law prohibits the commission from taking action or entertaining extended discussion on a topic not listed on the agenda. Please show courtesy to others and direct all your comments to the chairperson or this body. We do have one speaker card turned in. That is from Mr. Sabino Ramirez. So, Mr. Ramirez, it's your time to address the commission. And Chairperson, we'll keep the 3-minute time here.
My name's Sabino Ramirez. I'm a resident of Montebello since '76, and I'm concerned about the city park, the dugouts. There are no water fountains that are working at all, and the field, it's dangerous for the kids to play on. That's the baseball field. And the other concern was recently they had a carnival over there at the city park. There was 50-50 that brought their chairs and the other had to sit on the grass. And you go to the back of the gym in the city park, they have benches stacked, rows and rows of benches. What's with the city? I mean, why don't they go out of their way? Besides, running around picking up trash. Put some benches out there. Myself, I was lucky. I was alone. I sat by myself. But those dugouts, I coached in Montebello for 14 years, basketball and baseball. And myself, I got to play softball at the city park. Those dugouts were dangerous then. Recently, I found some syringes, blankets in the dugouts, and that smelled pretty nasty in there. Other than that, my other concerns, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you for comment.
Commissioner Santana, if I may, and I'm not going to break my own rule about, I'm sorry, Chairperson Santana, not entertaining discussion of items on the agenda. However, I do concur with Mr. Ramirez's comments, and we actually are actively addressing some of those things, specifically the baseball field, and we'd like to present to the commission in the future, and it'll be more public at a future date, some of the Measure A projects that we're looking to undertake, such as the pickleball court, and one of those specifically is for the dugouts at City Park, and specifically to redo the bleachers at City Park. So actively looking for estimates on that project right now, and I probably can't give too much detail because it's on the agenda, but that is actually something we're looking into as of now. We had a couple meetings last week to address that topic. So we'll definitely get in contact with Mr. Ramirez and follow up with the commission with some of our action items on that.
Thank you, Director. Will we be able to have some sort of update in the next meeting or the meeting after? When do you think we can have an update on that?
Well, I think speaking for myself, Chairperson and Commission, we plan to give more detail, kind of how we did when you were on the Commission prior to the latest change in the commissioners. We gave some updates on some of our projects, and I think that's time for that as well. Anyway, just like our community garden and some of our other projects that are Measure A funded, such as our Shia Park lighting project and some other things that we're actively exploring to use. So I think it would be appropriate, and we could put that on the agenda from a staff announcement standpoint, unless the commission wishes to have some more formal presentation. Whatever is the pleasure of the commission, we'll take that direction.
Okay. Do any other commissioners have any comments or questions? I think we could wait for next meeting for an update of sorts.
Permission to speak, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
With the areas with regards to Mr. Ramirez's concerns for safety, I don't think it's beyond ourselves to have the director reach out to the police department and request extra patrol at our parks specific to the dugouts and areas where people can hide or stash narcotics and such. At least that's one, step we could take towards responding before we just keep continuing to talk about it. We're more about action and making something happen for our community and our people here.
Thank you, Commissioner. Awesome. We will continue on to regular business. First order of business is the selection of committee members. Did you want me to read recommendation?
Sure, Chairperson. We're available to expound upon or explain further if needed.
Okay, so it's recommended that our commission nominate and vote for members that are vacant on the commission ad hoc committees. Currently, we have opening and vacant positions in arts and culture and also under sports committee. If there are any nominations, we do have a new commissioner, so we would love to have you on those if possible. Any nominations?
Yes, I'd be willing to help.
And Chairperson, I don't want to stop Commissioner Carlin, which is not my role. May be good for the commission and Mr. Carlin. I think we talked about it when we met with them before onboarding him as a commissioner, kind of what some of the roles are. If it's okay with you, Chairperson, I'd like to kind of share some of those specific roles, although you've already nominated yourself, and don't change your mind, okay? But maybe I could help you explain a little bit further if that's okay with you?
Yes,
Chairperson?
please.
Okay.
Is more guidance on the last page, but feel free.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to grab this if you don't mind. Okay, so as Commissioner Santana mentioned, we do have 2 current vacancies on our ad hoc committees. Some of the ad hoc committees that are full at the time are golf committee, which relates to matters of the golf course and projects there and some of the, the golf operations. Our programs committee looks at some of our day-to-day programs, makes suggestions, reviews them, gives feedback if they have experience with it or hear feedback from the community. And our special events ad hoc committee, specifically as it says, working on special events, giving guidance and feedback and suggestions on that note. So the 2 that are vacant, arts and culture. So more recently, after the adoption of our park master plan, the city's giving more direction and direct attempts and efforts to bring arts and cultural activities, such as the utility box art program. So the next task for this committee is our next round of utility box review. So this subcommittee specifically looked at all the artwork that was submitted the last 2 times and helped make recommendations to this commission to approve the artwork that would win or be placed on the utility boxes throughout the city. And then those ultimate recommendations went to city council. So there's a very direct role in that. And then the other vacancies with the sports committee is to help us review some of the groups, the nonprofit groups that use our facilities, help us review their paperwork, make sure their statuses are up to date. And we also discuss the field allocations with this subcommittee, so that way they're able to understand, and when they hear things in the community about field allocations and why the city does it the way we do, that they have a good answer for us and for the city. So I know you already nominated yourself, but I think it would be good for the public to hear those real brief descriptions of the subcommittee role. So thank you for letting me do that, Chairperson.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Director Sosnowski. Let's continue on. Do we have a motion on the floor for a nomination?
Okay, then I motion for myself.
Thank you. Thank you,
Throw me a
Commissioner.
bone.
So did you want to nominate yourself for both vacancies?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a motion for Commissioner Carlin to go ahead and vacate the Arts and Culture Committee, or actually enter the committee, and the Sports Committee as well. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner. Let's go ahead and do roll call vote. Or, yeah, we can do roll call vote.
Chairperson Santana,
Aye?
Commissioner Jurado,
Aye.
Commissioner Cabrera Moriyama,
Aye.
and then Commissioner Carlin.
Aye.
All right, thank you so much. It's unanimous here, so we will have Commissioner Carlin help us on these committees. Thank you so much for your service. It is much appreciated. Moving on to commission, committee, and orals. This is an opportunity for us to make any announcements, requests for future agenda items, and any reports. I'll go ahead and start us off. First, I would just like to say it is Spirit Day for young LGBTQ people. Wearing purple out today. I did earlier, but it's a little hot, so thank you for those that are. Do want to say, hope everyone is having a great Spirit Day. That's all I really have to announce, other than a great meeting this morning that we had for the state of the city. I'm very excited where our city is headed. Most importantly, the events and things that are taking place in our city to bring people together, especially after the pandemic. So I always say thank you to Director Sosnowski and team, but many more thank yous to all that has been happening, especially our Heritage Festival that happened this last weekend. Just seeing everybody come together is really special at a time when people feel very disconnected. So thank you. I also know that my vice chairperson, Dalia Lopez, is not here today, so I will see if Commissioner Cabrera Moriyama, if you have any comments or questions.
I have some comments. First, what a great job on this past weekend. The efforts, I'm sure, were immense, and it showed. And Unfortunately, it was sprinkling the first day, but it was nice to still see the community come out, and Sunday was a success as well. Um, and just the continuous efforts on Rec and Parks to provide countless classes for our youth and our seniors and really all ages. I think that's incredibly important, and yeah, keep up the great work. And I know my family is taking advantage of a lot of those classes, so, and we look forward to the upcoming events as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Next, I will see if Commissioner Gerardo, did you have any comments?
Went on the park, I guess the Heritage Park, it turned out really nice. I went to it, me and my wife. It was nice both days. I went both days. Everything turned out fine out there. Good job.
Thank you, Commissioner. And then last but not least, our new member, Commissioner Carlin, any comments or any committee announcements?
No, thank you for the welcoming. I'm just really looking forward to working with everyone, and I have no further comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we have staff communications. It looks like handouts were passed out to our commission.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chairperson and members of the commission. I'm going to just briefly recap this past weekend. As you guys all noted, we did have a rather large event at City Park this past weekend, which was the Heritage Fest. So City celebrating its 102nd year of incorporation on October 16th. October 16th, 1920 is when the city was incorporated, so we celebrated 102 this past Sunday, but we started the weekend with our second annual 5K run, this year certified 5K and 10K run course, which means it's timed, which attracted a lot of folks from outside the immediate area, and as well as mostly residents, but folks that were more, you would say, the hardcore dedicated runners that wanted to get their times in, and had a great success on that. We had 438 registered for 5K, 10K, plus several other 1K free kids runners that aren't part of that number because it only tracked the paid metrics. So probably over 500 runners in totality. Not all showed up because of the rain, but all did pay, so they could pick up their shirts if they still want them. But we did have a great turnout. We had some awesome records, at least with Montebello, in terms of fast time and 10K runs. 32 minutes is pretty amazing. So that started off our Heritage Festival weekend, and then we had quite the large lineup of entertainment to go along with the first time in many years in Montebello. And me growing up near City Park could vouch for the fact that we look forward to every year Heritage Time, or Fun Festival Time as we used to call it, for the carnival ride. So probably 75% of the footprint we used to have, well, at least when I was a kid, but we wanted to start off again and bringing back the carnival to the city, as well as the carnival rides and games, and bringing that opportunity for kids that in the neighborhood that can experience that. So that was very successful from the carnival ride operator standpoint, Saturday and Sunday. We also had our Wise Guys Montebello band featured on Saturday night, as well as several cultural, heritage appropriate entertainment and performances throughout the weekend. So we're very proud to bring that back. We'll be planning to do these events every year. And with that, I don't have anything else on the Heritage Fest other than we do have stats that we could track. If you came to the event earlier today, you heard about the app that tracks cell phone data in general. So we ran our report on that, and we're confident to say over 15,000 people attended this event over the 2 weeks, over the 2 days, I'm sorry. And it was a great event, so we'll continue to provide these things and continue to share stats with the commission. So thank you all for your support and attendance both today and over the weekend. With that, I'm going to pass it over to our Recreation Manager, Kylie Torres, who has some other great announcements.
Thank you, Director Sosnowski. Hello, Chair and Commissioners. I would like to go over some of our upcoming events that we're going to be having. One of the flyers I gave you was not listed on here, but we wanted to make sure you guys were aware of everything that's happening. First, beginning this Monday, we are going to be having a Dia de los Muertos altar. It's going to be up at Acuña Park. It's going to be up from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Daily through November 2nd. So if you have some photos of some loved ones or copies of photos, we don't want you to leave anything that might, get lost or damaged. But please bring them. On the last day of the Dia de los Muertos celebration, we will be having mariachi play from about 6:30 to 7:30. We'll have some snacks and food and some crafts for kids. So it'll be a nice ending to the Dia de los Muertos. This coming Monday, we are having a senior Halloween dance and costume contest at our senior center. It is full, so we're very proud of the dances we've been offering, and they fill up right away. We're going to have to possibly find a larger location for some of them because all of the seniors attend, and we're very proud of that. This next weekend, we will be having our Halloween Fest, and that does include the train ride on Friday from 6 to 9 p.m., and then the train ride will be held again on Saturday during the festival from 6 to 9 p.m. But the actual Halloween Fest will be on Saturday, the 29th, from 5 to 9 p.m. at Grant Ray Park. Please come out. We would love to see you there, and we're actually asking if anybody would like to volunteer to do judging for the costume contest. That happens at 6 p.m. So if anybody's interested in that, please let me know afterwards, and we're going to make sure you guys get an invitation so that we know that you're coming. We will also, we have our Veterans Day ceremony coming up in November, so we can honor our men and women of the armed forces that have fought for our freedom. We would like to honor them, and we would love it if our commissioners could be present on that day. We will be having breakfast, excuse me, beginning at 9 a.m., and then the ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. to honor the men and women of Montebello for their roles in the active military service. And then lastly, we don't have the flyer out yet. We will be having it soon, but we are having our tree lighting ceremony on December 3rd. So we want you to put that on your calendars. It's going to be here at City Hall. We will be having entertainment, again, hot chocolate, snow play areas, slides for the kids. And Santa, of course, will be visiting us that day. So bring your family down. It'll be a really nice family-friendly event, and you can take pictures. We are asking, we will be having a home holiday decorating contest. So at our next commission meeting, right after the meeting is over at 5:30 on December 18th, we were asking if you would like to join us on a bus tour of all the entries. It's really fun. You get to see all the houses that are decorated for Christmas, and we can judge the homes, and then they'll be announcing those later on, and they get a nice little yard sign put up that they won, most decorative, and it's just a fun night. So if you can come out, we would really enjoy you to be there. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be passing it back to Chair Santana.
Thank you so much. Just, again, great events coming up. I'm so excited to see all these. Really, if we can all make sure we're promoting and sharing with our family and friends and community members through social media, any channels, avenues that we can, let's really get the word out, because there are still people that may not see some of these, even if they are promoted. One question I do have was just on clarification on the Dia de los Muertos. So for clarification, November 2nd is the day that is kind of the, well, there'll be like an event. And what time was that again? Sorry.
It's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be from 6 to 8 p.m., but the live music will be there from 6:30 to 7:30. But you can come out at 6 p.m. and enjoy. I believe we're going to have some conchas and champorado and crafts for the kids again, and just a nice family atmosphere again at the park. Celebrate our loved ones.
Okay, thank you so much for that clarification. I will pass it over to any of my fellow commissioners that may have any questions or comments.
Yes, Commissioner Carlin with the question.
Go ahead.
The tree lighting ceremony, was there a time set or approximate time looking at?
The tree lighting is going to be from 3 to 9 p.m. Santa and the actual tree is going to be lit around 7. But we'll have festivities the entire time, including carolers. The wise guys again are going to play for us. We have snow slides, if you guys haven't, yeah, snow slides, yeah. So I've seen pictures of it from many years back when it used to be hosted at City Park. So it should be a really nice, fun day. Big
Excellent.
slide for the big kids and a smaller, and including you. Adults can go on the slides as well.
Yes,
So
I remember that last year.
we're all big kids.
Slid very far. Commissioner Carlin, I appreciate that question. Any other commissioners' questions, comments? Okay, seeing that there is none, can I get a motion for adjournment?
I'll motion to adjourn the meeting. It is, I'm sorry, 5:57, even with glasses. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Carlin. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Let's go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.